Welcome back, everybody, to another top 10 list. I'm your host, Cody Collects. I'm here as always with my co-host, Khibucks. How you doing, dude?
Yes, sir. How y'all doing, man? Good.
Listen, dude, first question I got for you. This past Saturday was Free Comic Book Day. I'm just curious, how did you spend Free Comic Book Day and if you had a good one?
So I actually had work on Free
Dang
Comic
it, dude,
Book
that
Day.
sucks, dude.
Yeah, I had work. So I think I got off around like 4 p.m.,
Mm.
but work was draining, and it was to a point where I didn't even want to leave the house. Like once I got home, I got home. I ain't even going to get my Free Comic Book Day pulls. But I've heard good things though. I've heard good things.
Mm.
With the Discord that I'm in with the boys. So they said it was some really good Free Comic Book Day books that came out.
Nice, dude. How far away do you live, like, from your comic book store? Like, is it like a 30-minute drive or like you're pretty close?
It's pretty close, honestly. I would say like 15 is the max, but I can get there at like 10 for sure.
Nice.
So yeah, it's not
That's not
not
too
that
bad.
far.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I could like throw a rock and hit my comic book store. It's pretty crazy. I'm like really lucky.
Oh, you're
So
really close.
I'm
Yeah.
like right down the street. Yeah, yeah. Well, dude, listen. Big, a lot of feedback from last month's episode. They were saying they're really excited about it. Because I was trying to think, dude. You do it one time, okay. You do it twice, all right, cool. But now you do it 3 times, and now it's like officially a thing, right? So it seems like we got you guys covered with our top 10 list every single month. I'm gonna throw it to Kai though, because we have a list of honorable mentions. And now these are things that might not necessarily make the top 10, but we still want to give a shout out. So Kai, I'll just throw it to you, man.
All right, man. Starting off, we got Bitter Root here by Chuck Brown,
Nice.
Sanford Green. I love this issue. This literally just came out from last week's New Comic Book Day, but I'm loving this, man. I think this was a little bit stronger than the first issue. Some really interesting things going on, man. But Sanford Green's paneling, I think, is so good. His art is great. But what Chuck Brown is setting up with the Sangria family, and I love the scientific stuff that they add in here as well, like them creating like cures or like anecdotes for like the Jinnus and trying to find a way to cure them and all that stuff. It's really interesting stuff. So this is a shout out. And we got
What time
Resurrection,
period does that take place? Like
the
that volume of
60s.
Bitter Root?
The
60s. Okay, cool.
60s.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah, it's the 60s. I believe it's 1964 right now. I believe we're in Mississippi right now of 1964. So
Gotcha.
it's more ahead of the previous Bitterroot stuff. The first Bitterroot series was 1930s, I'm pretty sure. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yep. I think
So
you're right. Yep.
this one is like in the 60s, more and more high up there. But then next up we got Resurrection Man, Rom V.
Beautiful. Beautiful stuff.
Uh, I love this issue, man. Some people rock with it, some people don't. Don't get me wrong, I don't know anything about Resurrection Man, but
Mm.
this first issue, he's a pretty interesting character, man. The way how they was like, oh, he dies to like save your life or something like that. I forgot how they worded it, but this was interesting, man. Very cosmetic stuff as well in that God's realm, but it's interesting stuff. So I'm intrigued to see where they go with him. But a very strong first
Solid
issue
pick, dude.
in my opinion. And then my
Ron
last
V.
shout out, cause Ron V, man, Ron V. And then we got the Seasons issue 4. I
Seasons.
loved this issue. It actually kind of pained me that I couldn't squeeze it in my honorable mention. Because this is the strongest issue of the Seasons. This is the strongest issue so far for me. Rick Remender, he's just killing it. So yeah, the art by Paul Azaceta, I think his name is. And then the colorist Mateus Lopes, which we all know who he is. He did Supergirl, Wonder Woman Tomorrow. He did Helena Winhorn. He's just an amazing colorist, but the art is fantastic in this series. I love it. It's vibrant, it's poppy, it's colorful. It's all those things, man. And the things are really heating up in this I guess you say this book, man, with the circus thing going on, and we're learning more about the lore of the circus thing too, and how it might have birthed from it. So this was great. Another great issue for Rick Remender, in my opinion.
I'm glad you gave shout out to the Seasons, because although this issue wasn't necessarily my favorite, I'm glad we are showing it some love. The creepy clowns, dude. I'm like terrified of these clowns, man. So great stuff. Nice honorable mention picks, especially that Resurrection Man, dude. I think that one's flying under the radar a little bit. I don't hear too many people talking about it. But dude, so for my honorable mention, I really only have, I guess, one technically. So like, I don't know when issue 3 of this came out or issue 2 or whatever, right? I just kind of waited until the entire thing was out. So obviously, issue number 1 came out like a year and a half ago. We're talking about the last days of Lex Luthor. Just like, I don't know, I'm really satisfied with the way it kind of concluded. There was a lot
Yeah,
of
me
hype
too.
going into it, especially after issue number one. Everybody's like, hey, this might be like the best Superman stuff of all time. Although I don't necessarily think it is it like the top of all time. I think they kind of nailed it with the relationship between Clark Kent and Lex Luthor. Thought it was really interesting, kind of dissecting, going way back into the day with that. And yeah, dude, I'm just definitely recommend Superman Last Days of Lex Luthor. Once it comes out in like a hardcover or whatever, it's going to be so easy to recommend it. Just an excellent Superman story. Perfect for people that are trying to get into Superman, but then longtime Superman fans too. I think it's a DC Black Label too, so you know it's always
Right.
pretty good, DC Black Label. But yeah, that's because I don't know when it came out. I didn't include it in my top 10. I kind of just read it all in binge, so that's going to be my shout out for April, dude.
We are getting into the
Okay.
list. Should I do the honors again?
You can do the honors, man.
All right, man.
Stacked month,
First
like we
up,
were saying, guys. Real tough.
really, yeah, it was so tough, man. So coming in at number 10, we have Daredevil. I believe it's called Cold Day in Hell. It's issue one. Charles Soule, Stephen McNiven. Stephen McNiven did a really, really good job on the art. But I'm also really intrigued in this story, man. If it has like a old man Logan type of feel, as we're getting like
Right.
an old man Daredevil or old man Matt Murdock. And he doesn't have his powers, or should I say his sonar or whatever the case may be, and he actually had to get into an accident for that to awaken his
Right.
sonar and enable him to move the way he moves. It's really cool, man. This is dope. This was a great first issue. I think it's one of the best issue ones I've read this year so far, probably in the top 10 range, maybe top 10 15 range of so far the year. But great stuff, man. I'm really digging it, and I can't wait to see where they take the story, because it's only 3 issues and it's a 6.99
Three
price
issues.
tag. So
Right.
yeah, but this was a banger though. I really, really love this actually.
Yeah, dude. Everybody was so hyped for Charles Soule's like return back to like Daredevil and all that stuff. I thought it was a really great first issue. That's all I'll say about it for now, though. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, nice. That's a solid 10 pick. I think I agree with you when you say like, hey, it might be one of the best number ones of the year.
Yes.
Yeah, just such a strong concept. All that stuff with like Captain America and stuff too. We'll interested to see how that plays out, man. Like you said, it's only a 3 issue series, so is that coming out this, or is it like taking a little break or something, or like they doing
It's
bi-monthly, or is
Did I see it for May? I think I
okay,
saw it for May. I can't think of the
okay,
week, but I'm pretty sure it comes out May.
right on, dude. Yeah, and especially if you're hyped for that Daredevil TV show, guys, you got to check out Daredevil: Cold Day in Hell.
Absolutely.
Again, another one that you don't have to be like super knowledgeable in the Daredevil. You can just pick this up and read it. So that's a great number 10 pick, dude. Let's see. Oh, dude, I know you love this series. We love this series.
Yeah,
Batgirl. I
Batgirl.
think this might be the first time that I can't remember if it made my top 10 last month, but easy
You
place in my top 10.
you knocked it out of your top 10, you said, because
That's what
something else came up. I think you had You'll Do Bad Things in there, and I think that was the deciding book where you knocked off Batgirl.
I think you're right. Yep, I'm looking at our list last time. Yeah, okay, yep, because you had it at your top 10. That's right.
I
But yeah,
did.
dude, just such an awesome end to this arc. I mean, just that last like sequence alone when Cassandra Cain is like, driving away and Shiva's like, hey, I'll hold him back or whatever.
Mhm.
Just so emotional. I mean, just loving all this great artwork from Miyazaki as well. Just excellent stuff, dude. I don't know what else I can say about this Batgirl series. Just great characterization for Cassandra Cain, action-packed. And I guess what it sets up, is Shiva actually, is she actually like gone? I don't know, dude.
I
I'll
don't
have to
think
see.
so.
There's no way, right? She's like such
I don't think so.
a mainstay character in DC. I don't know, but
Yeah.
there was a preview and a couple of other issues last week that showed like the Batgirl number 7. It seems like we're gonna be getting like a Shiva year 1 type of thing, so that'll be pretty interesting, dude. I'm just loving this Batgirl series. One of the most underrated for sure out of DC. Yeah, dude. If you're not reading it,
Absolutely.
you're missing out.
Yeah,
Let's just say
absolutely.
it like that, dude, for sure.
Absolutely. I agree. And I just finished reading her like Cass's first run. Not her whole run, but I got the DC Finest, and DC Finest
Oh, that's
collects
right, the DC
it
Finest.
collects
Yeah, yeah.
it collects issue 7 through 27. So it's a pretty good bulk. Mind you, her first run was 73 issues. It was pretty
That's
it was pretty high up there. Like that run is considered the cash run. Like that's the best run for
right.
her. Because mind you, after that, they do a little minis for her here and there, but she didn't have anything crazy. I think that the longest run maybe for her was probably Batgirls. I don't know if you remember Batgirls, but it was her and Stephanie Brown. It was a
That's
series
right.
in
Yep.
2022, I believe, and it ended in
The
2024, maybe.
artist for that was whoever's doing Moon is Following Us with Daniel Warren Johnson, right? I think didn't they do the art for that Batgirl series? Riley Rosmo. I can't remember.
I can't remember either. I know the artist it wasn't consistent throughout the series. That I do remember. Because they had the switch. But yeah, I can't remember if Riley Rossman was on that. But yeah, Cass is I
Yeah,
love Cass. She's my favorite Batgirl. I've said this before, but she's just great.
dude, favorite Batgirl, right? But maybe like nowadays, maybe my favorite member of the Batman family, dude. Honestly,
Yeah,
like
that's
I'm just
fair
loving
too.
all the shine she's getting in this series and Birds of Prey too. So
Yeah,
I'd have to think about it, but climbing up there in terms of Bat family members for me, dude. So
yeah,
that's
she's
my
in my
top
top
10,
three.
bro. Easily,
Yeah, number
easily.
10. Great pick, great pick. All right. Coming on number 9. This book also pains me to rate it this low, but like I said, April was just so stacked. But number 9, man, The Moon is Following Us. This is issue
Nice.
8. I got, yeah, man, it's just a great book. It's a book that pulls at your heartstrings. We know that, but it's really interesting. I think we tapped in a little bit more on the father in this issue and what he's going through. Like what's his mental state, and also what he doesn't want to have to happen to his daughter. I believe it was a line he had in here that was so good. I guess something must have happened to him in the past, and he's afraid that it'll happen to his daughter. Basically, passing on generational trauma or
Right.
whatever it is. But this was a great issue, man. We get some great panels, uh, great fight scenes. This one was obviously very action heavy. But I don't know, man. I really like this book. Riley Rossmo is really surprising me on this art. I'm gonna be honest, man, because I was never really like a big Riley Rossmo guy, but his art it's really growing on me, and I don't know if it's because of this specific book, but it's nice, man. But this panel broke me. Oof. When he
Oh
stabbed him
yeah.
through the chest, yeah, and this is how they ended it. Pretty much left us on a crazy cliffhanger. I can't wait for the next issue, man, because this it's only 10 issues, this whole series. So after issue 9, we'll have one more left, and that'll be the series.
Yeah, dude. This series it's one that it's hard to, I guess, think about it and like kind of form my feelings as it's coming out. I think it's gonna be one that, maybe when it's all out, binge read it and try to see. It's kind of tough reading month to month, like you said, because you got these crazy cliffhangers, these crazy revelations. But I'm enjoying the series, and like you're saying, man, I'm really coming around to Riley Rosmo's art too. So that's a series I definitely recommend, especially when it's all out, dude. If you're talking about like a Daniel Warren Johnson series with like a ton of themes, right? All that parental stuff, the generational trauma that you're bringing up. Yeah, it's a really strong series. The Moon is Following Us. Two more left, right? I think it ends at 10.
Yeah, it hit that
Think
10.
so.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on, dude. That's a strong number 9. Also, I'm wearing the Daniel Warren Johnson shirt today, bro.
Oh,
Do a
that's
powerbomb
fire.
shirt.
Do a power bomb.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite indies of all time. I love that book, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, love
At
that
some
book.
point, I got to do like a ranking of all the Daniel Warren Johnson series or something, because I think this would probably be my top one. I just think it's so sick.
It's my number 1, yeah. But I still have to read some of his stuff. I still have to read Extremity and Space Mullet. There's a couple things I have to read
Ooh.
still.
If you got to read Extremity, dude, you're in for like a good read there, brother. Wait, one? Oh, okay. My number 9. I almost showed you my number 8 on accident. Number 9, dude. You were speaking about it earlier. You'll Do Bad Things. I'm just like such a crime and noir kind of guy, and this series is really scratching that itch for me. I think what Tyler Boss is doing is really interesting stuff, and just this artwork, like this really kind of like abstract, like not exactly solid. It's kind of like wispy. I just think the story is super interesting. We'll have to see. And like the villain, I think the villain design is so sick with the that like
The
zipper mask or whatever.
Yeah, it's cool. It's so cool.
That's kind of a vibe, dude. Not gonna lie. But yeah, dude. So You'll Do Bad Things. It's just a series that's really surprising me out of Image Comics, and there's not enough crime and noir. Like there is a lot of crime and noir stuff coming out, but we always
But not
need more
like
of it,
this,
so
though. Yeah.
not like this. Exactly.
Not like
exactly.
this.
100%.
'Cause Tyler Boss is killing it so far, man.
Just this chase scene, right? Like the way that this artist Turtleichi or whatever can sort of make it like abstract, make it more real, and kind of like bend with what's going on with the story. Just really impressive stuff, man. So You'll Do Bad Things. It's only on issue number 2. You guys got to check it out, man. If you're into like slasher stuff, especially.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't know it'd have like kind of that. I guess I should have figured just from like the covers and stuff, but I thought it'd be more crime and noir, less slasher. But it's kind of like a nice mix of both.
It's a great mix of both.
So,
yeah.
Yep. You'll Do Bad Things out of Image Comics. That's my number 9.
Alrighty. Coming in at number 8, a book that also pains me to, man, I'm gonna sound like a broken record by saying this, but this one was really hard, man. This was probably the hardest
Yeah.
for me to rank stuff out of all the months, honestly. I think this is the hardest
Right.
to rank. But coming in at number 8, it's Sorted Crisis Events, issue number 2.
Nice.
And it's
Nice.
crazy
Nice.
because I actually find this better than issue 1. And I loved issue 1, but I think that the
I
themes
agree with you. I agree with you there.
the themes and the messages that Denise Camp is showing in this issue, and of course the art. We can talk about Zawadzki, man. Zawadzki is killing it, but the way Denise Camp is using blood in this as like a how's the best way to describe it? It's like well, for one, he's going through like past, present, and future. He's going, and the character name is
Right.
Jesus. So he's going through stuff with like his mother, and then we're getting like his dad passing away at a point in a certain time in his life. Then he ends up having a kid. It's very heavy, man, but it's also very wholesome, I believe, at the end as he comes to terms with these things, and it's just great, man. I love A Sort of Crisis. I think it's great. Like I said, it pains me to put it at 8, but I think it's better
I
than
know
the
it
first
seems
issue.
too low, but
Yeah, it seems just so low. It really does, man. It really does. But I love that issue. That issue is pretty heavy, man. Pretty heavy.
yeah, I think you nailed it too. Especially talking about the art. I think the art is just like the way that each page was like reflected, just like
Yeah.
some crazy thematic comic book stuff going on there in that series, Sword Crisis Events, man. So, and that only on issue 2. It's a anthology series. You guys can just pick up issue 3 or whatever and start reading. You don't need to read necessarily them all in a row. So yeah, dude, that's a solid pick. That's all I'll say about it for now, because maybe it'll be popping up later. But
I'm sure it is.
so last time, if you guys remember, Kai and I had, I think it was 3 or 2 of the same picks. It was kind of
Yeah, it
weird.
was 2 of them. Yeah.
2 of them, yeah. So we'll see if nothing so far, but we'll see. Dude, number 8, gotta be the most underrated series on stands right now. Into the Unbeing, Zach Thompson, excellent Hayden Sherman artwork. So by now, dude, the characters in the series are going kind of crazy. The deeper they go into this kind of like giant humanoid body thing, they start going crazier and crazier. But at this point, the dog is becoming sentient, and the dog has a thumb now, and the dog's like talking and picking stuff up. It's like, what's going on? This girl's having like a conversation with this like scary kind of monster dude, and the monster thing is convincing her to like carve a hole in her head. So it's just like the most like out there, bizarre, like terrifying stuff. Honestly, like each page I'm just like grossed out. It seems like this whole thing is like wet and sticky, dude, from Hayden Sherman's art. Like it just seems disgusting. But you guys gotta read it, dude. It's so sick. If you're looking for like a cosmic kind of horror series, very much like a Lovecraftian sort of thing, these people just going deeper and deeper into a cave trying to escape or whatever, and just going crazier and crazier as they do it. So one of the best like sci-fi series on stands this year. Definitely recommend that when it's all out. I don't hear anybody talking about that one, but especially Hayden Sherman's artwork, dude. Hayden Sherman's on a roll right now, so Into the Unbeing.
Into the Unbeing. Great pick.
Out of Dark
I still
Horse
have
too.
to-
Dark Horse puts out a lot of good stuff.
They do. They really do. I remember last year when they put out Helena Windhorn, man, and I was in love with that freaking book. That was
If
that was
we were
amazing.
doing this show back then, Helena Windhorn would have been our number one probably
Yeah,
each single time, each month or whatever.
yeah, probably, bro. Between that and like Ultimate Spider-Man and the rest, like yeah, it would have been high up there, bro. Because I love that book. All right, number seven
Number 7.
for me, it's going to be TMNT. This is issue 8, I believe we're on. Yeah, this is issue 8. Jason Aaron, once again, who's just killing it. He's one of the best current writers right now. I mean, we got TMNT, Bug Wars, Absolute Superman. He's on different companies, and he's killing it on all 3 of those books. So this actually might be my favorite of the series because of where the turtles are mentally. I think this is like a mental health type of issue, man. And it was great. I think it was executed really well. The art by Juan Ferreira, once again, I just think is perfect for the turtles. The way he curates these action sequences, and it was a, where is it? This train sequence, bro. This, like, it's just really good. I love how fluid it is, man. But it's just really good stuff. Then we get more brother dynamics. I think we got a dynamic between Leonardo and Donnie. Donnie's the one who's like mentally going crazy. He thinks this dead rat is Splinter, but actually it comes to the point where he might be right. Actually, this issue is kind of like proving that he's on to something, and that
I
it's
love
something
that,
that it's
dude.
something that he sees and the other brothers just can't see it. They're in denial,
Mm.
and Donnie just feels like they need to better themselves and clear their mind and all this stuff. But yeah, man, I am so hyped for the series. I just love Juan Ferreira. Got this cool panel of Donnie here, just chilling.
So sick,
Like
dude.
it's sick, man. I love this book so much. So yeah, and we also get I believe I think it's Rock and Bebop. I think they're called themselves, like the two little rhinoceros guys. These two here, I
Yep,
forgot
yep.
got their names standing, but yeah,
That's
we get them in
like
there as well.
Rocksteady and Bebop, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this
Nice.
is this is just great stuff. I'm loving it. And I love the conflict between the brothers. I love how they're
Mm.
trying to still get along with each other, but also brothers have fights all the time. You know what I mean? So I think that's what makes this so realistic. Because I mean, I have three brothers to be exact, but I know how that
Dang, you guys
relationship
are
could
the
be.
Ninja Turtles, bro.
But yeah, great issue, man. Jason Aaron, Juan Ferreira. If you're not picking up TMNT, man, you are most certainly missing out. I think not even just IDW, but it's one of the best indies I'm reading right now, and that I'm always excited for when it comes out.
Dude, you brought up all of Jason Aaron's series. It's like, wow, that actually just hit me. He actually might be like the guy right now. That's kind of crazy.
Between him and Denise, man, it's
Right? Yeah,
tough.
yeah.
It's tough. Chris Condon should
I
be in
gotta,
that convo as well.
right.
He has
I
what,
gotta,
four
I gotta write.
titles?
Yep, yep. This is giving me another. I got another video idea. I gotta write down Jason Aaron. Right on, dude. No, so I'm missing out on TMNT, dude. I know for a fact. So my library like didn't post whatever you just said, issue 8. They didn't post
Okay.
issue 8 or something like that. So
Ah,
it's like
man.
I gotta get it in singles, man. I can't just count on my library. Sometimes they're like weeks late on it and stuff like that. So my number 7, we're going with Absolute Wonder Woman issue number 7. How incredible is Matea D. Luis's art? It's just crazy stuff. The facial expressions, the young Diana, the battles with. Is this supposed to be Cheetah? I guess I was a little bit confused by that. Like,
Okay, so no, I don't think that's Cheetah. I
okay,
think I'm blanking on who I think it could be, but no, it's not Cheetah. I don't think so.
okay, like just this excellent. I'm just loving Matea de Luis's artwork, dude.
Yeah,
We
I
need to
wish he
get
would
Matea de
actually.
Luis on an ongoing.
Yeah,
It's crazy. It's criminal.
yeah. It's actually kind of shocking to. I mean, obviously they paired her with Hayden Sherman, but I thought Mateus De Lewis was gonna be somebody she wanted to, probably wanted. I mean, maybe she didn't have a choice, but
Right.
still, man, these last two issues of Wonder Woman have been great, and his art is really
I
elevating it, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be mad if Matea de Luis came back and did like another arc for Absolute Wonder Woman, especially. They're just nailing the characterization of Wonder Woman. Like she's clever, right? She's like super clever, the way she's got out of the situations. But yeah, man, that one's I don't think it's been on my top 10 since we started doing this, but finally one landed on the top 10, I believe. So yeah, dude, Absolute Wonder Woman.
Right. So we
Yes, sir.
are number 6.
Number 6.
Alrighty, there we go. Number 6, going with Geiger. This is issue
Nice.
13, I believe. Jeff Johns, Gary Frank. This creative team has just been killing it. It's really climbing the ranks, man. It's actually kind of making me second guess of whether I think this is my number one Ghost Machine. Because like I said, I love Rick Etchius. I
Nice.
love it. I love it to
Right.
death. Rook is still currently number one, but man, it's getting harder and harder to decide. It really is, especially since this is
I
continuing and
gotcha.
Rick is on a break. But man, this issue was just great. I think we find out more about Ash Arden. Not only do we find out more about her, but we know who she's hiding and the importance of that character, which is Dr. Molotov, I believe his name is, and what her plan is. So I think there's like a nuke in this town. It's called Lewis City, and she needs Geiger's help I think for the nuke to explode over the case, but she's using Geiger, and we're finding that out. We also find out, well, Geiger just found out that the doctor is alive, and he's like, "What are you doing here? I thought you were
Right.
dead. Like, I thought you were gone." But no, And then we could talk about the art about Gary Frank. I think Gary Frank is he's just killing it. The side cast is great. We got Junkyard Joe. That was the moment that I loved the most. The moment between Geiger and Junkyard Joe was the best for me. Their conversation and how Tariq Geiger said that his kid looked up to Junkyard Joe and what
Right.
that meant to him. So yeah, this was a great issue, man. Great issue, great stuff. Get some Junkyard Joe moments of him. I think he was washing up the zebra, I believe, in this like bath thing. I think it was either zebra or no, Barney. Actually, it was Barney the dog. So really cool stuff, man. Great issue, and I can't wait for the next issue because next issue, Ash Arden and Geiger are going to be throwing down. So I can't wait for that one.
Got the showdown, right?
Yeah.
My buddy, he was looking to get into comic books, and I recommended him the Geiger trade paperback #1. I was like, dude, I think Geiger is like such an easy series to recommend to someone, especially if they're into video games and they played stuff like Fallout New Vegas. Because that's what I was like telling him, like, dude, you like Fallout New Vegas? This is pretty much like the world of Fallout New Vegas, but it's just like a guy with glowing man powers or whatever. So, dude, I'm so glad you always give Geiger some love because same thing, man. It might come out in my library. It mimight be a week late, 2 weeks late. So I can never read it like right on time when everybody else is, but gotta give Geiger some love, dude. Especially
Absolutely.
you're saying it's climbing up there. It might be your favorite Ghost Machine, dude.
Might be. It's close.
It's my favorite.
It's
So
close.
yeah. Right on, dude. Number 6. Okay, you brought it up earlier. Assorted Crisis Events, dude. So you brought up Zawadzki's artwork. I don't want to just reiterate over and over again, but it's just so. I was smoking weed, right? After I read this, blew my mind, dude. I read it like 3 times. I was like flipping back and forth. I was flipping back and forth between the pages. But, so this is a good example. So like, yeah, she says something about like, oh, you're like covered in the Christ of blood or whatever, and then on the reflection you see like a cow that's covered in blood, right? So it's just such a weird reading experience. Like everything was reflected across the page. Like it talks about the lamb and it kind of loops into the next memory. Just like how nothing was, like time is not a straight line. Like everything's kind of looping in and out. I don't know, man. It's just some weird, crazy stuff. Like comic books don't do this. Like they don't read like this. It's such a crazy, unique reading experience. Yeah, man. Sword Christ Events. I don't know. It seems like, I think the next issue too is every issue he's doing something different, like with the way he tells the story, not even like the story is different. So
Right.
we'll just have to see what Dennis Camp has in store, man. It's just some crazy experimental stuff. Gotta be like the most experimental series right now.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
even Dennis Camp as a writer, just one of the most experimental writers. The way he's kind of like pushing what you can do with a comic book. Some really
Yeah.
impressive stuff there. So gotta give it the shout out. That's my number 6 for sure. I think I
agree,
agree with
man.
you too, where I said it's a step up from issue 1 in terms of the story that it's telling. So yeah, sort of
Yeah, I
Christ
agree.
Events, dude.
His non-linear like storytelling is
Yeah,
fire. It's so good. It's so good.
yeah.
Right, we cracking a number top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah, we are top 5. So coming in at number 5. It's hard to decide. I actually wanted this a little bit higher, but Absolute Superman. This is issue 6.
Nice.
Great issue, man. I'm actually still stuck on whether this is the best issue of the series or not. It's pretty tough. I think it's between 3 issues. It's between this one, 5, and I believe 3, because I'm pretty sure 3 was
Yep.
the issue where we saw his mother in like that suit where she was
Yeah,
all
going
covered
ham.
up with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
gun. Yeah, like that issue was fire. But this was great, man. We get Pa Ma Kent. We get the origin of him landing in Kansas and them not understanding or grasping what he is. But he's like tearing through their house and all this stuff. They didn't know how to handle him, but they did learn really quickly to love him. And he's been helpful around the farm. He's being a farm boy. But this is great, man. I even like the art. I know it wasn't Rafa Sandoval, but I commend the artist for trying to do what Rafa does art-wise. Like the art is not pretty far off, man. I think he tries to imitate it really well. And then we see like there's the Lazarus Company are trying to capture him,
Right.
all this stuff. So it's great stuff. And also like how we got a bit of the present. It only happens in like 3 pages, but we see Lois Lane, then we're seeing Brainiac a little bit. But at the end, we're seeing Ra's al Ghul, which is
That was
crazy.
crazy.
in a Superman book. It's like, what? My jaw dropped when he popped at the end. I'm like, no way we're getting Ra's al Ghul in a Superman book. So I can't wait to see what that plot line is gonna be or how they're gonna push that forward. But this was a great issue, man. I love this issue. Once again, Jason Aaron on another book. This is the second
Right, right,
time he's
right.
mentioned. So yeah, Absolute Superman. It's oof, it's climbing up the ranks, man. Climbing up the ranks. I mean, it's already at top three absolute, but this has the potential to
Hmm.
surpass Wonder Woman low key. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It has the
I'm kind of
potential.
with you, dude. Like, I'll save a majority of my thoughts maybe later or whatever. But the one thing I will pick on a little bit. So you brought up the Ra's al Ghul thing or whatever, the Ra's al Ghul. It's kind of smart because you're thinking like, oh, with the new reinvention, the new DC universe, like they're gonna have differences or whatever. But
Right.
yeah, you can trade their villains too. Like I didn't even think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's kind of part of it. Like I don't know if that's kind of the thinking. Like oh, what if we kind of swap around their villains too? So that's a super interesting point. I didn't even think about the fact that I was just blown away. I was like, oh, Ra's al Ghul, that's cool. But I didn't even think that. Oh yeah, he's typically a Batman villain, but seeing him
Right.
in a Superman book is kind of whack. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, dude, that's a strong number 5. I think I'm with you on the art too. I was really enjoying the art. Same thing, man. If they want to come back and do like obviously, who's the main series artist? You just said their name. I just
Rafa
forgot. For
Sandoval.
Absolute Superman. Rafa Sandoval. If Rafa needs a break, bro, get D Mencico back. I thought it was a solid job for sure.
Yeah, I thought so too.
My number 5, and kind of similar to how you felt about a couple of other series, like Assorted Crisis Events. Maybe it feels too low, but it's just a stacked week, bro. Number 5, I'm going Absolute
Yeah.
Martian Manhunter. So this one wasn't like as mind blowing as issue number 1, but I think they're kind of moving it along, like kind of the concept, like what they're going for here. Just the way that Rodriguez is showing emotions and showing memory when it's all like leaking out of people or whatever. That's like such a crazy way to like visualize like memories and emotions. Just I think it's super cool. Like this Martian character, he's kind of funny, dude. You know, like
He is.
he's like saying like just like you know he's not human or whatever. He's just totally jumping around people's minds and stuff. Like here with the draining out of these people, like all their lives kind of draining from them.
Yeah.
It's just super wacky stuff, man. So
It
gotta
is.
give it shout out. Absolute Martian Manhunter. Not as not like I was saying, not as mind blowing as issue number 1, especially like that last page and stuff like that. But this is a series to read. This is gonna be an all timer series for sure.
I agree.
I think it got extended to issue 12 since we last recorded.
It did.
Or
It did.
did that happen
Yeah.
right? I can't remember, but
It happened
yeah,
after
man,
issue 1 dropped. Yeah.
right. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dude, I'm here for it, dude. Let's push it beyond 12, maybe. I don't know, but
I think so.
anything with
I think so.
Rodriguez's art, man, it's so good.
It is. It's really good. So great pick. That's a great
That's
pick. I
my
love
that's
that
my
book.
number 5. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I love that. I love that. Number 4, you already touched on this, but Absolute Wonder Woman, issue 4,
Nice.
issue 7.
Oh, that's a sick variant cover too. What the hell?
Yeah, I had to grab it, bro. I thought this was so sick. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go too much in detail. You already got the gist of it. But I think the driving force of this book is the relationship between Diana and Cersei.
Right.
That mother-daughter relationship is so good. The way how Kelly Thompson writes it, it's just phenomenal. It really makes you empathetic with these characters and you care for them so much. But to see the lengths that Diana went to rescue her mother, I think it's a wholesome thing and it's beautiful. So and then we could talk about Mateus Del Lewis and his art and just how outstanding it is, because it really is that I honestly wished that he was on this title. This is no shade to Hayden German, but it's just that good. And I think if you read The Call, you know what Mateus Del Lewis is capable of. But this panel here, where she's like, I guess like in her rage mode, I guess you would say. I don't know, but really cool stuff, man. Really digging it. I think it's great. So yeah, man, that's coming at my number 4 for Absolute. It's Absolute Wonder Woman. Yeah, Wonder Woman, issue 7.
Nah, dude, solid pick. My camera just switched, but I guess it's okay. I don't know. Whatever, dude.
Did
It's
it
kind of a
die?
mess. It's doing something. I don't know what the heck's going on, but But yeah, so we're gonna go with this camera from now on. But
No
no, dude,
problem.
I think that's a solid pick, dude. You brought up the mother and daughter relationship, dude. That's like something that I don't really get from, because like it's there when you read mainline Wonder Woman, but it's something that you get to see that mother and daughter relationship really kind of show, the showcase of it in
Yeah,
this series.
yeah.
So, so yeah, dude, I agree. That's a great number 4 pick. Let me just write down absolute Wonder Woman. So my number 4, this one blew me away, dude. Because issue number 1, I liked it a lot. I thought it was a great first issue, but this one kind of like cemented this series as being like, oh, dude, you're gonna love this series. Like this is gonna
Mhm.
be like a great series for you. Loving the what's her name, Annalise? I forgot her name. I forgot
I
the
think
main
it's
character's name.
Annalise. I'm pretty sure it's
Okay,
Annalise. Yeah, yeah.
just such a badass like female protagonist. All this stuff with like these other agents, like these other spies. I'm glad we got like another look, a better look at kind of these other players in the story.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, I'm just like super, like the biggest surprise of the month, I will say, just because I knew I figured I liked this series, but this one
Right.
kind of cemented it for me with how much I'm gonna probably like this series. I really like the concept, the putting your mind in the body of the robots. The
Mhm.
butler's pretty funny. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it is.
Just like, the last thing I'll say, just like the humor from the Rosenberg humor that you always expect, it is here in full force. So, yeah, man, I'm loving this kind of spy series, dude. We're taking everybody
Yeah,
down
it
with
is
us.
great stuff.
Issue number 2. What does this mean up here? What does that
I
mean?
I
Is
have
there,
no clue, actually. I have, yeah, I
cool.
have no clue. Like
I'm
none.
like, is this part of a series that I didn't know about, or is that like a new
Is it
thing
a
that
new image
Rosenberg's
thing?
trying
Like,
to
I don't
do?
know. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have no clue. I have no clue.
I don't
But
know,
that is
dude.
a
Very
great pick.
interesting, but
That's a great pick. That's a book I also wish I could have had like honorable mentions or something. Because yeah, that I think that was it was probably just as good as issue one, if not maybe even a little bit better. Because like you said, they brought in the characters, brought in more characters into play, which is very
right.
interesting. And I also think not only does it do that for the story, but it also raises stakes too. I think in a sense. I mean, because we're getting these characters and we're seeing how dangerous they are off rip.
Right.
So yeah, man, great pick. I love that book too. I love it. I think the first 2 issues are great. Rosenberg is cooking. I forgot who the artist is for that one, but he's
That
great.
Landini? First time I'm
Landini,
seeing Landini's. Yeah, yeah. First time I'm seeing Landini's work. But yeah, I'm like super, pleasantly surprised by it for sure. So yeah,
great stuff, man. All right, we're cracking the top three. Coming
top
in at
3.
number 3. This is another absolute title that we touched on, but Absolute Martian Manhunter by Denise Camp.
Nice.
This I don't want to, touch on a lot because you already expanded. But Javier Rodriguez, man, I just can't, bro. The art is like I don't even know how to describe this joint. I mean, obviously we know it's trippy and it's weird, but it's colorful and vibrant. But it's really just something else. Like where's this panel, man, where it was just like, oh, the coolest thing I think I love about the Martian vision stuff.
Yeah.
Martian, yeah, it's so cool. It's so cool. So I actually found this issue, I guess in a sense you would say either just as good as issue one or even a little bit better. But man, it's great. I love the buddy cop stuff between John
Yes.
Jones and the Martian. That is really what's doing it. But this is the panel I was actually talking about. This joint where like you have the guy who's possessed by a white Martian, but he has like people in like I guess like in his body or something. The way it's drawn is
Right.
just wild to me.
Yep.
It's so crazy. I don't even know how like that's just physically possible, but it's really good, man. I love this book. And having a white Martian into play already is something I'm already loving. I'm loving how they're not taking their time to introduce this villain. We're getting right to it. We know
Right.
what he's capable of, and yeah, man, this is just weird and trippy, but I love it. I think this is how you do a Martian book, in my opinion. Because Martians
Right.
they're beings that we don't understand, but we're not supposed to. So it's great how weird and trippy this book is, and that yeah, you may not get what's really going on, but you're gonna be along for the ride, and you're either gonna love it or you're gonna not love it. But this is a great book, man. It's a great absolute 2 issues in, and I can say, man, we're really in for one. I mean, not only is this going to go as like an all-timer for like DC books, but it's going to be the best absolute. Well, it's going to be the best Martian book we're gonna read, honestly. Just off the first two
For
issues,
sure.
right? It's
Yeah.
genuinely that amazing. Denise Camp is really doing something interesting with this character because there aren't many Martian books. So
Right.
and I don't think any of them has captivated me like this ever. Yeah, this is
Captivated is a good word for it, dude.
yeah,
You
it's
know, well
amazing
said.
stuff.
Well said. Everything you were saying. I'm just so ready for this. It's just I don't know where they're gonna go with this series. I'm just so ready for it. You know what I'm saying? So, Absent Martian Manhunter, solid place in your number 3. In terms of, so you're saying about like the art is so crazy, right? Just real quickly, I'll mention that I saw like how Javier Rodriguez like plans out each issue. He plans out the colors that he's gonna use, like in his like pencil sketches. Like he's coloring his pencil sketches, so that way when he takes it to the final page, he already like knows what colors he's gonna use where. Like his sketches look like final pages almost.
Pile of pages.
Just
Oh,
the
wow.
way like he, yeah. Maybe after this I'll try to like find it and send you a picture. But
Yeah.
it was so bizarre seeing Javier Rodriguez's like process for how he does it. He's like ready to do the final like the version like from the sketch almost. Like he just does it,
Crazy.
bring it over and just clean it up a little bit. It's like, oh, he's done.
That's insane. That's
Like
so
I always appreciate someone who does the art and they do the color too, or like they write and they do the art too. It's always so crazy to me. Yeah, dude, that's your number 3. I'm gonna write that down. Martian Manhunter. So my number 3. Where did I put my stack of comics? Okay, my number 3, dude. How good was this issue of New Gods, dude?
It's
so good.
Wild. Yeah,
My
it's
God.
wild.
So I mean the part with Highfather, right? And he like evaporates this dude. He turns him into like atoms by touching him with the staff or whatever.
Yeah, with,
And then the
with
dude-
Niktar.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the dude he's like all turned into atoms. And then Highfather turns and he's like, okay, that's that, right? That's the end of the battle. And he starts coming back together, dude.
Yeah.
And he says the hardest line of 2025. He says, I denounce your newfound salvation. Your powers hold no sway over me. Come, Niktari, the time of the gods is ended. Like, dude, your power holds no sway over me. Like, that's so epic, dude. And then
Crazy.
you get into all this stuff with Orion versus Mr. Miracle. And then, I mean, that last page, I don't even know. Is that a spoiler? Because you see him in the issue, like the cover, and you're like, how are they gonna
Right.
get involved? But
Yeah.
like, bam, that's how they're getting involved, dude. Let's go. It's crazy.
It's amazing stuff, bro. Ron B.
So
once again.
just a series that just levels up, just keeps getting better and better. So good, dude.
It's too good. I agree.
That's gotta be, that's my number 3, dude. So good.
Crazy because coming at my number 2 is New
Okay,
Gods.
okay.
It's
Nice,
number 2
nice.
for me. I love this book, man. But like you said, man, I'm not gonna go too crazy. But the way, so I'm actually so happy he brought back that the Niktar stuff, because that was a plot line that we haven't seen, I think, since like issue, I want to say 3 or 2, one or the other. But I'm so glad he brought us back to that, because he was telling, it's kind of like he was telling through three stories, because we're getting Niktar, we got
Yeah.
stuff with the Niktar, then we're getting the present stuff between Orion and Mr. Miracle and the baby, and then we have Superman popping up at the end, which was so cool. But then even in like the beginning of the book, where we were getting like a, not like a backstory, but kind of like a flashback. It was the art by Junie Ba in the beginning, as we were getting like the stuff with Metron, Light Ray, which is also really cool, man. But yeah, this book was everything. This book was amazing. That Highfather and Niktar fight, it's just amazing, bro. I don't. There's
Light
no way to
Ray,
describe
dude.
it. Yeah. And then like Light Ray knowing his fate, and then what that came with, bro. Yeah, like yeah. But even this, like the way Orion was drawn right here, where like it's dark, but you see the light on his chest. Oh my gosh, bro. It's so crazy. It's so good. So yeah, man. If listen, the audience who are watching, who will watch this video, if you're not reading New Gods, I don't know what you possibly could be doing. Don't get me wrong, I know DC can be confusing. You may not know like the history of New Gods and stuff, so that's fair. But man, you're missing great cosmology and super interesting characters. an intriguing villain in the Niktar and all that stuff.
Right.
Like it's hitting on all cylinders for me. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. You can even get some funny moments in here. I think we talked about last month in the last issue how Big Barda was like less talking, more fighting, hun. Like the line she gave to Orion. Like it checks all the boxes for me, man. Romvi and Evan Cagle, that's a match made in heaven. They're one of the best duos to I think ever, honestly. I mean, it's a lot of duos we can bring up, but you have to introduce not well, you have to talk about them. They have to be mentioned. I agree.
Yeah, dude. No, listen. That's perfect. That's another video I want to do too. Is like just talk about comic book duos that have kind of developed and that you can kind of that are still working together nowadays. And you're right, dude. Romvi and Cagle are just something about it, man. I don't know, dude.
I don't know either.
Something about like I saw Romvi was talking about like where he kind of like found Evan Cagle's work. He just was scrolling Instagram and just saw Evan Cagle like posting pictures of him drawing mechs or whatever. And he's like, dude, I gotta get this guy on like a comic book or something. And that's kind of how their relationship began or something like that. So
wow,
I don't know, dude.
Insane.
Yeah, no, it's
fire.
It's so sick, dude. So listen, that's a great one. We'll have to see. Maybe I'll go back and like try to compile some stats or something about like our top tens. But I bet you New Guys has like the highest average out of any series so far, probably.
So. I think
just based on like where we place them.
So far since we started recording, I think I've had New Gods in pretty much every month that we've been recording because we started in February, if I'm not mistaken. So
right.
Yeah. So I think I've had them in every month. So yeah, so far.
Listen, dude. Speaking of Romvi, my number 2, I'm actually a little bit surprised. Not like yours was too low. I mean, just the fact that you mentioned it at all, right? In a super stacked month, but this Resurrection Man really blew me away, dude. And I think
it was great.
It's like, because you know, Romvi he's like a writer's writer, like very poetic. Like the words he chooses are very like carefully chosen, you know.
Yeah.
But just this intrigue with this Resurrection Man character and that idea of every time he dies, he gets that power in the new life. What if he dies of old age? He just gets like the time traveling powers or whatever.
Yeah.
And the part that I wanted to mention, so like the whole crux of the story is that, you know, Resurrection Man has lived this full life with his wife, had kids, died of old age. And then after he dies, it turns out, oh, you need to go save the universe. And he's like, I don't need to save the universe. I already had a full life. I don't really care if it ends. And the guy's like, no, dude, you don't understand. If you don't save this universe, you will never have lived that full life. Like, you have to save the universe or else you'll never have lived it in the first place. And it's like, oh shit. So now he has to go and it's like, so like this part in particular, it says that you never said hello. And he says, you never said goodbye. And it's just like this very like, I don't know, dude, like that's it, bro. Like you gotta save the universe now, man. I mean, what do you, so we'll have to see issue number 1. Actually, Romvi sent me issue number 2 and 3 to read as well, dude. So I got the hookup.
Yeah.
Something with like his like press whatever, but so he was like on Blue Sky, and I was just telling him like, hey, I make videos on TikTok. Like, if you ever want some coverage on TikTok, like whatever. And like, yeah, man, here's issue 2 and 3 to talk about. So you guys are in for a treat, man. I'll just say that. So Resurrection Man is some heat. And this duo too, Anon RK, they did a series together like a long time ago. It's called like Radio Free Apocalypse. So it's a series that got canceled because the publisher like went out of business. So it's really cool seeing this duo back at it. They might have done some other stuff in between then and now, but yeah, man, just back seeing Romvi and Anon RK, another like duo. Romvi's got this great relationship with a lot of great artists. So Resurrection Man, dude.
Yeah, great.
Another series too. If it's like Many Desalela Star, like another series about like a character like dying over and over again.
That was a great series too.
Right. I don't know. For some reason, Romvi likes doing characters that are dying and coming back again or whatever. But yeah, man.
Great stuff. All right, now we're on to the honorable mentions, I believe.
Yep, honorable mentions.
I got 3 honorable mentions for you.
Okay, cool. I got 3 as well.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
First one, we're going with the Power Fantasy, Kieran Gillen. Issue are we on 7, I believe? Is it 7? No, it's 8. On issue 8,
Gotcha.
the Power Fantasy for Kieran Gillen. Love this issue. I love this issue. I think even though I do think the last issue was probably a little bit stronger, but I still really love this. I love getting into the character of Eliza Hellbound and what her past was like. Because in this, we know that she had a relationship with Jackie Magus in the past, but we could talk about Casper Wingard's art. It's still just mind-blowingly good. It's so good. But yeah, we in this issue we get to see what makes Eliza tick, what makes her tick, and what was her regret of saving the world. We get very good stuff with her and Valentina. As that's a great dynamic. I'm loving
It
so far.
is.
Actually, it's so good. But yeah, she fell in love. She fell in love, but ended up getting rejected. But she also didn't know how to express herself. She didn't know how to be vulnerable. All these things, man. But it's really good. And who would have thought Eliza and Jackie Magus was a thing? As because we
Right.
know Jackie Magus, the guy who is now, who has like all these pyramids, and he wants to do certain things with the world. And but yeah, man, interesting stuff, man. Definitely, I would say some heartfelt moments, but the art for me was just the highlight. Like this panel here,
Yes,
where
I'm glad you literally brought. I was
my
about to ask
gosh,
if you can pull up that specific page
yeah.
because that's gotta be like the coolest two-pager of the year or something. Like it's just so crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, crazy
Like
stuff.
even if
But
the issue didn't make like this one didn't make my honorable mention or my top 10, that like the art in this issue, so good, so
so
good.
good. But yeah, man, great series, Kieran Gillen. This is part two of Second Summer of Love, and it was still great, man. It was still great. So I still loved it. And then the next one was crazy because all my honorable mentions are like Image books, but I think that just shows how insane Image is right now. But the
Yeah,
next one is G.I. Joe. I
nice,
had to
nice.
nominate it. I had to. This was a banger of an issue. It was a great way to end the arc. Joshua Williamson and Tom Riley on the art. Big showdown between Duke and Cobra Commander, and it
So good.
just great. Explosive action, action off the wall. We get this panel here that Tom Riley did.
Yeah, it's kind of like the whole
Cold.
story so far, all in like one
Yeah,
page or
all
whatever.
in
Yeah,
one
yeah.
page, man. It's so good. But the Cobra and Duke showdown was legendary. But also seeing the other members come into play. I like how G.I. Joe is gelling a little bit more as a team, and Duke is trying to embrace them as individuals and who they are. It's great stuff, man. I love G.I. Joe, man. And I don't think I've ever mentioned G.I. Joe as far as we did like top tens of the month, but this issue had to be mentioned because it's the series is getting better and better, honestly. I think from issue four and on, it's been going nothing but up. Like things are getting more intriguing,
I agree.
uh,
Yeah,
and
issue
and
four, and yeah, yeah.
and it's connecting more with Energon Universe. Like this last page here, where we see a transformer.
Right.
Really, yeah, things are really starting to come together, and I think that's why I love this G.I. Joe book, man. But if there's one thing I would love for them to do, I need a Snake Eyes series. I need it. I don't know who I need to talk to about it, but Snake Eyes would be dope for this.
That's
I
true.
need to see him. And then
We
my
need some
last
more because,
honorable
dude, that Scarlet series was so good. We need some more ninjas. I'm with you, dude. We need some more GI Joe
Scarlet.
ninjas for sure.
Scarlet was good, but I don't know if this is a hot take or not. But I think out of the mini series for Energon, I think Scarlet is the weakest. That's my opinion, man.
Interesting, dude. Interesting.
Yeah,
I was
I
gonna say,
do.
I think it's my like favorite. I think
I think it's
so. That's
good. I
interesting.
think it's good, but it felt the most distant, I guess you can say, from the Energon universe.
Hundred.
Like I
Yeah.
think I think it was more so of a. I mean, it's nothing wrong with the character-driven story. I get that we were focusing on her, not only on her, but the woman that she used to be like friends with, I guess, like their dynamic. I thought their
Yeah.
dynamic was pretty good. They were like going through the past and what they've gone through together, and I thought that was great. But it just felt the most distant. I think that's why for miniseries for me, Cobra I think is my number one. I think actually because Cobra felt the most connected, but Cobra was just it was just insane. Like if I can go back to that panel where he had the smiley face and blood
Oh,
and like
yeah.
all these epic moments. Cobra was I remember being like so excited for waiting for that book to come out monthly. That Cobra was great. Duke was great as well. I think Duke is right below Cobra, but yeah, I think that was the series for me that was really good as far as miniseries is for
I
Energon.
want them to get back to the minis. I kind of like the obviously the ongoing is super sick. I'm glad you gave some love because I agree. I think it's been getting better since issue four, and yeah, I think they got to get back to the minis. I don't think I want them to continue those. I think they're more
Yeah,
characters they can expand like that. But yeah,
that's
dude.
that, yeah, that's why I think Snake Eyes would be a great way to if they could do another mini, do one on Snake Eyes. Honestly, I
Yeah.
mean, to be fair, Snake Eyes is a character they could do more than six of, but we'll see how that goes if they ever continue. But my last
Right.
honorable mention is Bug Wars by Jason
Nice.
Aaron. Because
Solid.
I love this issue. I actually I think I actually like this one more than issue two. Actually, in issue two, I really loved. I love the world building and stuff, but
Right.
I love how we're knowing more about the father and the role that Slade is taking on now. I mean, he has like that amulet,
Right.
which is very interesting stuff. I also love like these. I don't know if you read like these back pages that they do, but like
I not for this issue, but I typically
not for
do.
this
'Cause I think it's got such an interesting world.
yeah, it's interesting stuff. These are stuff about like the spider witches and
Oh,
knowing the
okay.
facts about them. It's so interesting. And I think that's what really elevated this issue for me. The issue was great in general. I was loving all the stuff, but once I read the spider bites thing and knowing more about them, it was just super interesting. I think the art is super, super solid. I
Loving
love
the
it.
art
I
here.
love
Yep.
the action that's being placed here. So yeah, man, Bug Wars, uh, 3 issues in so far, and it's great. I hope this doesn't end at 6 because I mean, it's selling well, man. I remember when the top 50 launched, what like the number that issue one made. I think it was like in the top 25
Right,
of
and I think it's had
issues that came
multiple
out for that month.
printings. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah. So it's kind of the 6 issue. It just doesn't seem like enough. I think 12, sure,
right.
uh, because the world building is even fascinating. I want to know more about all the other insects, or if there's ever going to be more into play. But yeah, it's an interesting world, man, that I would love to know more about.
Yeah, no, 100%, dude. It would be a shame if it only ended at 6. It seems like Jason Aaron and the creative team there have put so much time and effort into thinking about how this world works and everything. So yeah, I would love to see it go be ongoing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know why
Yeah,
it's capped at 6 or 12 or whatever. Let's just keep it going, man. But
I agree.
yeah, dude, solid honorable, solid. What are they called? Honorable mentions.
Honorable
That's the word
mentions.
for
Yeah.
it. So for my honorable mentions, I've got one from Indie, one from Marvel, and one from DC. I'll start with the Indie because just showed a Marvel one when I said the Indie. Out of Alcatraz #2. So
Okay.
big step up from issue #1 in my opinion. Really kind of grew to love the art style in this one, especially. Maybe I didn't read it. Maybe I read it in like the issue #1, like too dark of a room or something. But I really fell in love with the art in this one. Kind of that painted style from Tyler Crook, I believe.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
the story's getting super, super interesting. The stuff with the brother who was supposed to be dead at sea, but he's coming
back.
after them. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's just like a cold-blooded killer, killing that hobo dude on the train. Like
Yeah.
what the heck, man? So yeah, dude, I'm just when this series was coming out, they said something about how it's going to be like I thought it'd be more supernatural in nature, I guess, but it's not.
Right.
Maybe not supernatural. It's more like it's different, I guess, than what I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be going in. So I don't know why I thought it'd be like magic or horror or something like that, but
Yeah. Great.
yeah,
Great.
big
Great
step up.
honorable mention though. Great
Yeah.
honorable mention. That's from Oni Press.
yeah, Oni Press, dude, they've been killing it lately. Oni Press is not one to miss their stuff. And then you brought it up. I won't speak about it, too much. But you got Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell as my my Marvel honorable mention. Best thing that Marvel did this month, in my opinion. Just like super
Yeah.
detailed. I mean, just like crazy stuff from Steve McNiven over here.
Yeah.
And yeah, with only 3 issues, to before you finish the full series, I think it's definitely one to recommend to people for sure to hop
Yeah.
on. And then it's kind of like a theme going. They got Cold Day in Hell, then you got Absolute Batman over here.
Great pick.
So I think a lot of people were kind of down on this one from Marcos Martin's art, but dude,
I thought his art was great.
I loved it, man.
Yeah.
I thought it fit the vibe super well.
You know what vibes it got me? I was getting like Heart of Ice vibes from BTAS when I was looking at
dude.
that when I was looking at that panel. I'm just thinking like
Dude, 100%,
yeah.
man.
It's so good. I love the art. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what was people's deal with it, but I loved it. I think he did. I think he did a killer job, in my opinion.
Dude, I mean, just crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
crazy.
Just I don't know, man. This is one of those again. Like I wouldn't mind if Marcos Martin comes back and does like a little arc where we had Gabriel Walta a couple issues ago doing like a Absolute Batman Year One type of thing. Obviously I like the consistent art, but I didn't mind this at all. And I think the new look at the Absolute Mr. Freeze is pretty scary, dude. I mean, this guy is just a creep.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I was like super surprised. Like, come on, man, get out of my face, man. I hate it. It's
Yeah.
gross.
I love the horror
But
film
yeah.
look they're giving him.
Yeah. So I don't know. Just I'm loving where this series is going. It didn't quite crack my top 10, but yeah, I got to give shout outs to Absolute Batman for sure, dude. I think it's time.
I think it's time for number one.
Here we go, dude.
Thing we've all been waiting for. Alrighty.
I'm trying to think of
number
what you
one.
haven't mentioned. I'm trying to think. Okay.
You ready for it?
Is this
Ready
a
for it?
okay? Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think it's surprising, but
Okay.
Ultimate Spider-Man number 16.
Nice. Okay.
It's my number one.
I should
That's
have
my
known.
number one. Yep. Man. Okay, so we all know last month I did not include Ultimate Spider-Man just because, not that it wasn't good. It was pretty
Oh, it was like
good.
the road trip issue or whatever.
Yeah, it was a road trip issue.
Yeah.
It was a nice, fun issue. The thing I liked the most about that issue was because I remember me saying that I wanted Peter and Richard to like team up, and I thought that would be cool, which they did, but it was very brief. Like Sandman was just a character. He just pretty much came and kind of went. Nothing crazy really happened, but it was a nice, fun issue. So, and I was like, man, I really want things. I really hope things to pick up, but.
Right.
I think I kind of knew it was going to because I'm like, okay, we're getting Mysterio. So I knew things would pick up, and it did just that. This was
crazy revelations.
Crazy stuff. Yeah, Gwen being part of like this Mysterio group, like this whole like this like organization, I guess, or like a cult, I guess you wouldn't want to call it, but it's great stuff, man. And then of course Marco Picchetto on art. I love his art. I love how he draws Spidey. But man, this was just wow. So and then of course I think last time we talked about issue 14 where we was like, oh, like Harry's not dead.
I think we were
wasn't
trying to
dead.
guess. Yeah. Right.
I knew he wasn't dead. I'm like, Mysterio pulled up way too quick after he got killed. So I'm like, there's no way. And now we got confirmation that he did not die. Mysterio actually pulled him away, but I think Craven ended up being the one that got shot, which was crazy. But yeah, man, I love this issue. I love Ultimate Spider-Man. Y'all know how much of a big Spidey guy I am. I just love this book. It's so good. It's the best Ultimate title still for me currently. And I just love Hickman. I love what Hickman is doing with this, man. It's great. It's really great stuff.
No, I'm with you, dude. Crazy twists and turns. I love that issue. I think for me it was like, because I kind of knew that Harry wasn't dead, right? And then when it was like, okay, Harry wasn't dead, I was like, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So to me, that kind of took it down a little bit. But
That's
with
fair.
like you're saying, dude, all the stuff with the Gwen, I didn't expect that at all, right?
Yeah,
so even
me neither.
Even with Hickman's like, oh, I bet you guys can maybe guess where this is going, but then he just hit you in the side of the head with a crazy revelation, like Gwen being part of the like passed down from generation to generation, like Mysterio cult thing. I thought that was really cool, man. So yeah, we'll have to see where that goes. Hickman's just setting it up, man. Hickman's setting stuff up, dude. So I'm interested to see, like, I don't know why, like, is Harry gonna tell Peter that he's still alive or something like that, or just stay hidden? Or, I don't know.
That's the tricky thing. It has me wondering how, because I mean, obviously in this universe they're friends and they've been friends for a pretty good amount of time. But I'm thinking at some point Harry's gonna turn. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I think my theory is that it's either maybe Harry does be transparent with Peter and lets him know what's actually going on, and maybe he doesn't want to be a part of what Harry and Gwen are doing because he probably knows that Gwen is Mysterio, or the fact that I don't know, maybe I don't know. It's tough, man. I'm still cooking up theories, but it's tough to see how they're gonna do this. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I'm interested.
Yeah, dude, we'll have to see how it plays out, dude. Definitely, like you're saying, definitely my favorite out of the Ultimate line for sure, especially nowadays. But dude, number one, is this surprising you? I don't know. Absolute Superman. I didn't mention it, dude. So, dude, when I read this issue, I was legit like crying, like real tears, man, because it's like so tragic, right? Because he has this second chance at a home. Like, if you look at the parallels between the first, or like the mainline Superman that we know, his origin, it's like he has this second chance at a home. He's older, he's more aware of like what he hopes to get out of this, living with Mom and Pa Kent. But then it gets taken away from him by the Lazarus Corporation, man. I'm just like, that, in my opinion, I mean, is that more tragic than like mainline Superman? Like,
I think so.
Maybe because he lost his home twice.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, bro.
And he was only with him for 2 weeks. That's it.
And
it was only 2 weeks.
I think when you were saying it, like you could see the potential. Like it really does seem like Mom and Pa Kent like came to love him like a son that they never had
Right.
very quickly. And they're saying like, no, he's just a child. Like get away from him. And then there's like the secret. This part broke me, dude, and it's giving me like goosebumps just looking at it again. Where he's like, no, tell them that I have nowhere else to go. And then they say, Kal-El, son, please go. And he's like, and he just takes off, and it's like, dude, that shit broke me, dude.
I loved how they called him Kal-El because he's not, because I mean I don't think he's Clark yet at that time. Like maybe
Right.
didn't have enough time to think of a human name for him.
Right.
But
Right.
I loved how they called him Kal-El. I really do.
It's true. Like, yeah, no, that's a very important difference to know. You're right. They do say Kal-El. Like they didn't, maybe, like they saw no need for him to get a human, or like he. Yeah,
maybe.
Like, it's just different than his origin. Like maybe he'll get that the Clark Kent kind of moniker later on or something when he's trying to act more human, maybe. But yeah, no, it's just like the second chance at home, and he lost that too. Man, that was just so brutal for me, man. So in my opinion, it's like, dude, this might be more tragic than mainline Superman's origin.
I think so. I think it's more tragic and more intriguing, if you ask me. Probably more intriguing. And don't get me wrong, I love the Ma and Pa Kent stuff. I think it's great that he got to live with them on a farm and grow up in Kansas. I think that's amazing. But man, for him to just, he was only, like I said, he was only there for 2 weeks, man. He's just finding his footing. He's finding a place on Earth, which is a place he doesn't know much about. This is his home for
the
now.
Fact, when he was saying, there's like that scene where he's like standing in that field and he's like, this is so much like Krypton. Like it's weird. Like he's like, like this is so crazy how at home I feel.
Right.
Brutal, man.
And then,
brutal stuff.
Yeah. Lazarus just coming in, trying to take the boy away. It's just, bro.
Like the fact that he wanted to die on the ship too. He's like, yo, just kill me, bro. I've been flying out here for so long. Just kill me. And the ship's like, sorry, dude, can't kill you. Like,
yeah, it is brutal stuff, man. Yeah, Jason Aaron. Once again, man. This is, if you ask me, he's probably top 3 currently. I think he deserves. I think he deserves it.
Yeah, dude. Just looking at my list, I mean, so this month it was the probably Rom V had the most with Resurrection Man and the New Gods, but dude, Jason Aaron, he's always doing good stuff. I did mention Bug Wars too, so I just need to be reading TMNT like on time. Once I do that, then I'll be with everybody with everything Jason Aaron, so I'll be good. But yeah, dude, that's my number one. It's got to be Absolute Superman. So good.
Great, man. Great picks. Great freaking picks.
Dude, I think that's it, man. That's our top 10 list, guys. Everything that we loved from the month of April. And like I said, dude, once you do it 3 times, now it's officially a thing. Look forward to our video covering our May top 10 list. Anything left to say, Kai? I mean, where can people find you? You got any like projects cooking up? You got any special videos coming out soon or anything like that?
You could probably be tuned into my top 10 comics of the week. That will probably be uploaded. Honestly, I'll probably be doing that video once this is done, or like when it's done, like finishing its route. But you can check that out. And then honestly, nothing. Well, actually, no, I do have another video cooking up. It's actually going to be about East of West. I finished the compendium.
Ooh.
I finished it last week. Actually, I blew through that compendium, man. I really did. I blew through it.
Oh shit, dude! And, I have that. I haven't like announced my what I'm trying to read in the month of May, but that was going to be my pick. Like on Wednesday, I was going to pick the East to West compendium because I've been wanting to read some. So it's post-apocalyptic, right? Like
it
in
is
the future a little bit.
Post-apocalyptic, very Western. Then
Hickman, Dragotta, like
there's very political stuff also, and then the world building it's so vast. Yeah, bro.
Okay, I'm excited, dude. No, that's funny you mentioned it, dude, because this was my pick for May, so that's great to hear that it's like so good.
That book blew me away. That's officially my number 2 for indies I've read ever. It's
no shit, dude. No,
it's at number 2.
Way, bro. I'm so excited. Okay, cool.
For me,
right on, dude.
It dethroned Do a Power Bomb. Sorry, it's sad to say, but dethroned it. I mean, obviously this book is longer. Do a Power Bomb was like 7-8 issues, but like, nah, I love that book. It's so good. The twists and turns and the action. Jagoda art is wild in that book. It's so good,
dude. Okay, this is so great to hear, man. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to your video. on East of West, dude. Very excited.
But that's it.
Right on,
that's
man.
that, man.
Right on, dude. So, like I was saying, guys, we do this every single month. Look forward to our picks for the month of May. And leave down in the comments. I mean, what was your top 10 list? I probably should have said that at the very beginning. I'd be curious to know. Maybe we can do some shout outs. What's your favorite comic book of the month? Maybe we can rattle them off in the next episode. While you're down there, hit the like. And make sure you guys follow Khibucks and all his socials. Should just be like Khibucks. I'll leave them in the description. You guys know where to find them. But yeah, man, thank you guys for watching and read more comics.
Read more comics. Sure.